But you also may be a trigger that reminds them of the life they didn't have. It is not your responsibility to parent your parents. It is not your responsibility to be the parent reactive. They're not acting this way because of you. They're being reacted because they are triggered. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Okay, I'm trying to keep it lively. I'm trying to keep the energy up because we're dealing with a very intense topic today, because I asked in my Instagram story, what video should I make on YouTube? Your girl is struggling. Your girl is not generating ideas, right? So I asked on Instagram, what video should I put out, right? And I got a bunch of ideas back, right? But this one really struck a chord with me, and it's about how to deal with parents who are struggling with the idea of their children becoming adults. It's a lot. Because when I heard that, I said, whoa, because I feel like I'm going through that transition right now, right? I had moved back to my parents recently, and I am in the transition of moving out in 2 months, right? And I feel like the dynamics are off. I just feel like my parents can't let go. They're kind of putting their input a little bit too much, trying to persuade me to move closer, telling me they're gonna move closer to me, all these sorts of things. And we're gonna get into how to deal with parents who cannot deal with you becoming an adult. Parents who can't let go. Parents who want to keep you under their thumb. Parents who want to keep you small. Parents who want to keep you as their little baby, right? So the first thing we need to really understand is whatever your parents are doing, it's because of them and not because of you. It's because of them and not because of you. And when I say that, of course, we all know everyone does what they do, but parent wounds, family trauma, it's like our home. The place where we were raised holds most of our traumas, our triggers, our buttons, like everything. Sometimes people will come home and that's when they just feel like they're childlike again, the sense of like their parents treat them like they're 5 years old again, and all these sorts of things. But bringing that in, understanding that what your parents is doing because of them and not you, it's because we're in a new stage in our life, right? Your parents may have been one way your whole life. You could have seen your parents in one light, but you're going through a new situation. You're becoming an adult. You're moving out. You're getting a new job. You're going away to college. They've never experienced that before in their lives, like you are in yours, right? It's exciting to you. You're starting a new path, but they're experiencing a new thing, which makes them uncomfortable. And it could also be triggering unhealed trauma within them, which causes them to react in a way you've never seen before. So for us in the beginning to understand that, okay, they're acting the way they're acting because of them, not because of me. And if, for example, say you have a parent who's like, you need to stay close to me. I don't want you to leave me. Why are you leaving me? Kind of energy. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. That could be all the guilt tripping, all of the emotions that may come up within you. It's because of them. It's because of them. They feel abandoned, that your parent might have triggered their abandonment wound, the enmeshment, all these sorts of things that could be triggered in them, but it's not your responsibility to take care of it. It is not your responsibility to parent your parents. It is not your responsibility to be the parent. You're the child. You're exploring your life. You're about to live your life. You don't have to. You're not supposed to be taking care of your parents. You don't have to. You don't have to. You really don't have to. Because some toxic parents are just unhealed. And that's why they act the way they do. They're very reactive. They're reactive. They're not acting this way because of you. They're being reacted because they are triggered. The next thing we need to understand and embody, it's really hard to. You have to go through a lot of reparenting and a lot of work to really, really hone in on the idea that it is your life. You're supposed to live it for you and not for them. And the whole parent conversation is so taboo. It's like a whole bunch of people will say like, whoa, your family, but they're your family, but they're your family. Also, there's a group of people in society who are really up to par with mental health and prioritizing ourselves and understanding, hey, if I'm being mistreated in my household, I don't have to tolerate it because they're our family. Because I have my chosen family members, my friends, my other people in my life who don't treat me like this. So what is this because we're family business? Exactly. So do what is best for you in this life, because life, I don't like to say life is short, but sometimes it can be. It really can be, because life is like, it can be short, but it's also the longest thing we have. This is your life. Ultimately, this is your life. You may be pressured into staying close to your family because of your parents and all this sort of thing, but I hope that you would fight for yourself and fight for your life. And if you want to go across the country, across the continent, across the globe, don't say no just because your parents don't want you to. Of course, if you're of age and an adult and can afford it and all these sorts of things and you're doing it safely, imagine when you're old and you think back, dang, why did I let my parents not let me live my life? That's one of my fears. That's a fear. Fight through those guilt tripping feelings, fight through the people pleasing, fight through it because it's your life. Don't succumb to other people's opinions and pressures and in your own people pleasing. Because I have so many, like, I'm a huge traveler. You saw me, I went to Japan. I go everywhere by myself. And I want to move. I almost wanted to move to Japan. Still in the works, still potential. But I'm trying to move out the state, move a couple hours away. And I have some aunts and people I know like, oh no, stay close to your parents. They're getting older. Ma'am, I am 24 years old. I am not staying here. because I don't want to. I don't have to. I want to explore. I want to see where I want to live my life, where I want to start my life, essentially. I was already started. I want to experience in my life. Why would I stay in the area I don't enjoy? My parents are living their own lives. Why can't I live my own? Why do I have to stay close just in case something happens? I don't want to think like that. That's not a healthy way for me to live. So don't succumb to people's opinions. You say if you went through issues with your family and you, for some reason, went no contact. And then some people are like, how dare you not talk to your parents anymore? How dare you not do this? Like, how dare you stop communication with your parents? How dare you? I see that as the situation where it's none of your business, first of all, and you doing what's best for yourself, for your mental health, for your sanity, for your livelihood, that's a win. Even if it took cutting off people, even if they are your family members. And I know there's so many people in the world who bravely went no contact with their family and they're thriving, because it's just less people who treat you like trash or dirt if they do. But bringing it in just to like adjusting to becoming adults. Don't succumb to everyone's pressures and opinions. Like if you're a young adult and you want to move across the country, don't listen to people like, why would you move away from your family? You have to take care of your family. You have to do all this. No, I don't. Not when they're well and able to take care of themselves, right? The next point, it's just me to say to you, you're not alone, but I am still sorry. Because whatever you're going through with your family, whether it's like parental issues in regarding you like wanting to move away and they're like trying to pressure you to stay close, and it's bringing up all of these confusing, really intense emotions, you're not alone. I'm going through it. I know so many people in the world are going through parent issues. You're not alone. So you're valid, but I am still sorry because it's a lot. Nothing's more intense than family wounds. I'm sorry. My next point is also something to say. I applaud you, you curse breaker. I applaud you. I applaud you because I feel like the only reason why maybe your family is targeting you is because you're doing something out of the box, unorthodox in regard to your family tradition, your family generations. You're trying to go somewhere, you're trying to do something, trying to build something of yourself that's never been seen in your family. I applaud you, curse breaker. I don't want to clap too loud because I'm also my parents' house. Don't hear me clapping. You're trying to live a magnificent, beautiful, whole, full life. And some families never even had that freedom where they could travel or start up businesses or do whatever they want because maybe they had the family tradition of like suffering and tolerating and just taking and tolerating. Some families grow up with the mentality you have to struggle to enjoy life. You have to struggle to get to the happiness. But you may not be on that path. That's what's triggering them because they chose a different path. It's not your fault they took a different path. But you also may be a trigger that reminds them of the life they didn't have. You are a trigger of the life that they didn't have. And that's not your fault. So I applaud you, you curse breaker. I applaud you, you curse breaker, because you're doing it. You're becoming a young adult, you're going to college. Maybe you might be the first generation to go to college in your family. You could be the first to move out at a certain age, travel there, go move there by yourself. Even if something as small as, I don't even know, wanting to try a new experience, try a new class, a new course, a new path, and your family's like, no, you have to become a doctor, lawyer, but you want to become an artist, you want to do this. Forge it, do it, get on that path because it's your life. And your life is supposed to be dictated by you. You got this. Take your time and breathe. And reach out if you need help. I love you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.